Welcome to Savvy Business Radio. This is your host, Christina Nichman. Our guest today is Philippe LeCoutre, founder and CEO of One Mobiz and ReputationBright.com, a mobile and video marketing service helping businesses create massive awareness and engagement with their customers, which in turn leads to more sales and profits for their business. Today, Philippe discusses how to use video marketing and reviews to effectively market and grow your business. Find out more at reputationbright.com. Hi, Philippe. Welcome to Savvy Business Radio. How are you today?
Thank you, Christina. I'm very well. Thank you.
Well, it's such a pleasure having you here today. We met several months ago at a site on LinkedIn called Opportunity, I believe, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. And you told me about the wonderful work you're doing to help businesses by using the video mechanism, which we started using at Savvy Business Radio, helping businesses use the tool of video for their business. And you've also been helping them by really using peer reviews and such. So we're going to get into all of that. But before we go there, share with our audience a little bit about your background, what led you to working specifically in marketing and helping businesses in that area.
Yeah, so my background, I've been in sales and marketing for the past 25 years, and I've been dealing with mainly very large corporations like mass markets accounts like Walmart and Costco's and Targets and that type of big guys.
Yeah.
And then I went to help more local individual and small business owners, like local businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And what I realized is that they had difficulties to get their word out and to be positioned and seen as an expert, because a lot of them have very high skills and talents, but it's difficult for them to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
And especially nowadays, the technologies become so, sometimes it's very easy, but it's also very overwhelming and complicated and a lot of stuff. And it's an ever-changing ecosystem online.
Yeah.
So what I did is I had a look to how we could help those people. And what I found is that the biggest issue they have is to position themselves as the expert they are.
Why was that in particular? Why do you think that's a problem for a lot of business, positioning themselves as an expert?
Probably because the fact that it's easy for them to when they are in front of an audience to share their experience and their knowledge, but they don't necessarily know how to package, so to speak, themselves and brand themselves, so they can then display the skills they have online on a regular basis, and they don't have really a system to do that, and they don't necessarily know how to position themselves as an expert without being salesy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
So sometimes they have difficulties to sell themselves without being salesy or sounding salesy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we worked on this process of creating videos for them where we position them as the expert without them having to sell anything, but just delivering nice and high value content, you know. So people who would watch them online would say, hey, this guy is very interesting and he says very smart things. I'm interested in this.
Yeah.
So they might call the expert to find out more about what they do.
Yeah, it lends you more to building that relationship before you meet them in person. And
Yes.
we found that in Savvy too. See, the audio component, now we're doing a visual today. We're doing an actual video today, a videoed interview. But even having an interview via audio, it lends to people getting to know a little bit about you. But then when you add the visual component, then now they get to see your face and your emotions. They get to see the human being, not this person, this magic person in the internet who just takes their credit card information. information. You're an actual person that can help them in their business. And
Exactly.
now share for me, because people have come to us and said, well, why can't I just turn on my iPhone and just start talking about my business? What's the difference of, say, going with your company or anyone else and having them do it for us? Now, you mentioned a little bit about how they're not really good at positioning themselves as the expert. They can talk about what they love, but they're not really good at putting it out there in a way that lends people to say that I trust you and I know you can help my business. How do you do that differently than, say, someone just turning their iPhone and talking?
Yeah, in fact, we have a very specific system where we help them to really understand what their audience needs is, and how to identify that and address those challenges and issues and troubles they might have. So basically, we teach them how to get inside their clients or customers' head, or at least the conversation their customers have, so they really understand what is important to them, to their audience. And then instead of just talking about their business, their customer don't care actually about their business, and they don't care about them. They only care about themselves. So we explain to them how to understand this and how to identify exactly what information and good content that answer and bring value to their customers.
Wow, this is really informative. We actually took, based on our conversation, you gave us a fabulous idea. We've had so many people say, hey, we love coming up and doing a video interview with Savvy. Based on our conversation, you sharing the importance of customer reviews and testimonials, we've added an interview where they can bring our guests can bring 3 of their best customers and share the stage with them, so that they can also express how their product, service, or information changed their life, their business, and such. Because now share with us, because you opened my eyes up to how customer reviews, peer reviews really affect how people buy today. Share that a little bit with us.
There's so everybody knows the reviews that initially and we would rate the product we bought and leave reviews, and initially it was for products we were buying on an e-commerce site.
Yeah.
But there's a shift has happened where now we leave review on businesses and on people, and it's a major online shift, and this happened like it's really becoming stronger and stronger since the last 18 months. And what happened is that when someone like you and I, as a consumer, are looking for a business, the first thing we do is we go on Google, and we type in the name of the business, and we have a look of online what is said about this business. And if, for example, if we are looking for a lawyer or a dentist, and we don't know we are landing in a city and we need a dentist, for example, we will type dentist in, I don't know, in New York, or dentist in Tampa.
Yeah.
And we will check, and we will see that there's different options, and some have 3 stars, some have 4 stars, some have 5 stars. And guess what? Which one are you going to choose? Most likely the one with the best rating and the most valuable reviews that relate correspond the most to what you're looking for. And there is amazing stats that explain nowadays 94% of people are checking reviews online before making any type of decision, whether it's buying a product or subscribing to a service. And this is for any type of people from the age of 18 years old to 77 plus or 97 plus years old. When it comes to a smaller range of people, from the people from 18 to 35, which is the new tribe of people that are going to be our next clients or next customers, the next generation, I would say. It's not 94%, it's 97%.
Wow.
So basically, it's everyone is looking for reviews before making any type of decision, whether it's buying a new house, whether it's buying a new car, or buying a book, or taking buying a consultant, or buying the service of a consultant.
Yeah.
Everyone is looking for reviews, and the craziness go beyond that.
Yeah.
More than 70% of the people, you and I and everyone out there, are trusting online reviews from perfect strangers that we don't know, we have never heard about, as much as recommendations from our friends and family.
Wow.
So we see online someone is saying something, we will trust those guys as much as our best friend.
Wow. Yeah, and I saw that. It's amazing. It's amazing. I heard about this company. It's a marketing company in the United States called Bright Local. And they've done a number of graphs and research that showed 88% of people trust peer reviews from strangers. And I was blown away. When I first heard that from you, I had to look online to see if it was true. And, you know, it is true. It is absolutely true, Philippe, because many years, it's about 3 years now, that I was looking for a good doctor in New York, a new doctor. And I went to ZocDoc.com, and what it is a place where doctors can register, put their stuff online, and then their patients can give them reviews. And what was awesome is it didn't just say, was the doctor great or not? It was like, what was their response time? Did they look you in the eye? Did they spend valuable time with you after and before the doctor's appointment? All of that added up to a ratings complete, so you could see on each item what was their rating and then their total rating. And I've picked the last few doctors from that site, that peer site. So I totally see the value in it. How do you structure your reviews or helping your clients get peer reviews and get it out there for them?
Yeah, before answering that question, that's interesting what you said about the doctor, because the health professionals are one of the number one type of professional for which the reviews matter the most. Because as a client or as a patient, they will have your life in their hands. So it's super, super important. So what we do is basically we created a system where we help businesses to have a system to collect on almost autopilot reviews from their clients, because it's such a time consuming that if you don't have a system to automatically ask your client or your customer for a review, you will never think about it, or you don't take the time, or you don't have their email to send them an email. Could you please share your experience about how it was to work with me? And you may do that once, twice, maybe 3 times, but you will forget about it and you get busy with other things. But the thing is that it's so important today. And the reason why it becomes so important today is because we are no longer in a transaction economy. We are in a reputation economy and in a relationship economy. So if you don't build a nice rapport with your prospects and clients, someone else will do that, and they will crush you. And when I said someone else, I mean the competition. And the internet is now the new marketplace. It's no longer even for local businesses. People are looking for online reviews about local businesses. And that's funny because most of the businesses are overconfident about themselves and the strength of their business, and that they are they don't have any issues because they know they are good. So they don't think about people could say something bad about them. But the thing is, there is 5 type of situation where someone could say bad thing about them. And the number one, I would say, is the disgruntled employee. You had an employee and you had to fire him or her for some reason.
Mm.
And that person could go online and leave very bad reviews about your company or your business or yourself.
Yes.
And if you don't have a system to protect your business from that, I don't say that sometimes bad review is good.
Yeah.
It's not that. The most important thing is how the business or the professional is responding to the bad review. And this is where and how the potential prospect or the potential client will analyze, that's interesting. This customer left a very bad review, but this business handled the review very nicely.
Philippe, can I stop you a moment? This brings to mind for me a business in my area that I was going to often, a coffee shop. And I started talking to employees because I became the first name basis. We all know each other. And they started to tell me that the people who own the shop were treating them very badly. And upon hearing that, that's a customer review in person, I didn't want to go there anymore. And I did make note and tell the owners I was unhappy with some service I received because they're being disgruntled, so they were kind of a little gruff with me, and they didn't respond. Yeah. And see, that alone, for one, the customer, the employees telling me they're not happy with how they're treated, and then I'm treated a little shabby, and then I report it, and I don't get taken care of. Bam, off the table. I'm not going there anymore. So yes, you're right. It really, really does. Now tell me why people or businesses would think they're awesome and not realize there's a problem. Why does that happen, you think?
We did a survey and we discovered that 93% of businesses think they are invulnerable. They are unattackable because they just believe that because their service is good and they have good skills and good product, nobody could attack them. But they are so dead wrong. So dead wrong.
Yes.
The number one, we saw that number one potential issue is the disgruntled employee. Number two is the malicious competitor. We have friends, but we have also enemies, and those enemies are the competitors. And those guys could say, go online, again, as anonymous, and they could leave very bad reviews about your business. And what can you do about that? And I have to mention that what does it take for a business to be trusted by a potential prospect or potential new clients? It takes at least 6 to 10 5-star reviews online to be trusted or to start to be trusted. So if a business has 2 reviews, 3 reviews, no one will trust them. And if they don't have at least 5, 6, 10 5-star reviews, nobody or most people will not trust them. So it's very important not only to have as many reviews as possible, but also as many 4 and 5-star reviews as possible. For many reasons. First of all, because people will trust you if you have a lot of 4 and 5-star reviews, but also it will crush any potential bad reviews you may have. So in rankings and search engines, the bad reviews will disappear over time if you add and stack good reviews over good reviews over good reviews.
Yes, got it.
So the bad reviews will disappear at some point. And that's why businesses need a real system to collect as many reviews as possible. So we talk about the employee, we talk about the competitor, but we also have the crazy customer. We all have known the crazy customer. You know, that guy or ladies that will never be satisfied. Those guys are just mad. They're just, they're just crazy. And there's nothing you can do. You will never be able to be as good as they will expect. Never. So, and we will all have one of that type of person. And, that's nothing you can do about those guys. And those people love sharing bad things, and they will eventually. So it's they enjoy that. That's the way they are. So we have to protect our business from those people. The fourth potential threat is the colleague. You know, we all have a colleague that, for example, you got promoted and someone else has been promoted, and they're just jealous about that promotion, and they could say many things because they know the business from the inside and they know all the little stories, and they will go online and leave very bad things because they don't realize that it will hurt them at the backlash because they are still in the company. So yeah, they could suffer from that. The fifth reason or potential threat is what I call the exes. So it could be your ex-husband, your ex-wife, yeah, your ex-friend, your ex-whatever. Yes. All those people who know you very well, and again, they know all the little stories and details, and that will provide very bad reviews, and they can do that, and they will do that. Mm. Wow. So that's why we created that system where we ask, or we help businesses to collect as many good reviews as possible on autopilot. Mm-hmm. And also it's not only to fake the system or to hide or to only show good things. Mm-hmm. It's the main reason is to collect customer intelligence, to understand really what the needs of our customers and the needs of our clients are, so we can improve over time. Mm-hmm. And we could get better and better and better. So automatically the reviews will become better and better on, like, it's an organic process. If your service is better, you will attract better customers, you will attract better reviews.
Now, Philippe, how do you help clients respond to bad reviews? Is there a system to help them respond to a negative review?
Yes. First of all, mm-hmm, all the bad energy, I would say, they had during their day, and it's on you. So it's unlucky, but that's the way it is. So mm-hmm, that potentially, it's not a personal thing. Mm-hmm. Maybe you deliver a bad service, but maybe also the review is, or the experience is disproportionate in regards to the quality of the service you delivered. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's why my first advice is to take a deep breath and say, okay, I understand, maybe it's not against me, but this person had a bad experience. So tip number 2 is, how do you decipher the bad review? And try to take the facts and take the facts and answer point by point, very calmly, very nicely, with nice words. You have to show that you care about your customer. Even if they left a bad review, you have to show them that you're proud yourself to deliver a very good service and deliver a good product, but you're surprised and you're very sorry that someone had a bad experience. So you try to understand exactly how this could happen. Mm-hmm. And then you will answer point by point to show that this is how things should have happened. Mm. And you're sorry that it didn't happen the way it should have happened. Mm-hmm. And then tip number 3 is always to invite the client to come back, to give you another chance to provide the level of service you are supposed to deliver. Mm. So whether it's offering them a coupon, a discount, or even a free something, so they could try again for free. Yes. What they were unsatisfied about. Yeah. So and so this is not only important to turn this unsatisfied customer into a good or a satisfied customer, because more than 70% of the situation, if you fix the issue, the unhappy customer will become a happy customer in 70% of the situation. So this is why it's very important, because an unsatisfied customer will tell his experience outside of out there on the social media, with their friends, by email or whatever, but mainly on social media. And this could hurt the business very hardly.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very important to take the time. It doesn't take long. It could take 5 minutes, but this only will protect your business from the attack of a bad review. And it's not only important to improve the relationship with this unhappy customer that will eventually become a happy customer, but it also shows the community and all the other potential client and prospect that this guy was good at managing the bad review, this unhappy customer.
Yeah.
And I would say this is the most important part of the situation.
Yeah, that you're right. It makes a world of difference.
Yes. Make sure you satisfy your clients and you help them leave good reviews about your business. And this is good marketing use. You spend a few minutes to fix the issue and to handle the situation. And then you can use this good experience as an advertisement about your business. That's what we do actually. We turn good reviews into what we call review commercials, video.
Yeah, yes.
And we automatically create those as soon as the business collect reviews, we will turn those reviews into video commercials.
Yes.
And this will be used on Google and YouTube and Facebook and all those review sites where the video will have such a powerful impact. When you're searching, back to the beginning of our discussion, when someone is looking for a business online, they will check the business and sometimes the reviews. And guess what? If they see 5-star reviews, a video over 5-star review video over 5-star review videos about the business, like almost you're dominating the first page of Google with 5-star review videos. Wow, do you think this will impact the trust the customer could have? It's massive.
Massive. You'll be the authority in whatever that field is. And I don't want us to leave without anyone finding out how they can get in contact with your business today and get this marketing rolling ASAP. How can they do that?
Oh, you mean if they want to contact me?
Yes, and work with you guys. Yes.
Oh, the best place to go is on my website dedicated to the reputation. They can go to reputationbrite.com. So it's reputation, BRITE.com. And they can go there and they can check their online visibility and reputation score for their business for free. And they can check how visible they're online on the different review sites and how is their grade on videos and stuff like that. And if they want to receive the full report, they just have to leave their name and email and they will receive a report. And then if they want, I can call them to review the report with them and see how we could help them.
That's great. That's great. And I love that because some people are like, well, yes, they can go and just do this service with us. But then again, until you talk to your client, you don't know their specific needs and wants. So
yes, because we don't treat our clients the same way if they have a lot of reviews versus the client who has no reviews at all. So our job is not the same. So yes, we treat them differently depending on the situation.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you again, Philippe, for coming to Savvy Business Radio and sharing all your gifts and wisdom today. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Christina. That's great. It was awesome.
Thank you.
SavvyBusinessRadio.com, home to over 500,000 global listeners via our podcast and AM/FM platforms. We help business owners connect to successful individuals who share their gifts with the world. Get your message out in a bigger way with Savvy's live, professionally recorded shows. Find out more at SavvyBusinessRadio.com.